Hello guys. uh, in this lecture we're gonna start about the next part of this fourth chapter, that is function. So if you remember, at the beginning I told you about the function and all that. So basically you know that function is nothing but the a group of statements in C doing one particular task, and we write the group of statements inside the curly bracket, right? So that's how we define the function. I told that again, function can be library function, and it can be user defined function. User defined function, right? Again, you know that library functions are such function which we don't need to be declared and defined in the program. We can directly call that. They are such functions. And user defined functions, it means user will be defining that function inside the program. So before he define that, he must declare that. So obviously if I'm going to define, I'm going to call that in the main function, right? So that's what it is actually about. So user defined function will be declared, will be defined, and will be called inside the program, while library function simply called in the program. It has already been declared and defined inside the C library. For example, I told that printf and scanf are the library functions which are there inside the header file stdio.h, right? So that's why they are the library functions. Okay, this is what discussion we have already made, right? Now what we're going to see today is, again, see, like this is function, you can say declaration syntax. So if I'll be right, so what I'm saying, see, if I'll be, if, say for example, if function, okay, you can say like this, function, or you can say user defined function, or let us not call like that, simply we'll say function at the moment. Function will be declared as, so we'll be writing a syntax. So how we declare that? So return type will be there, return type, then name of function, in bracket what argument we're gonna pass. You can say type of argument. This is how, let me again write it in angular braces like this. It means, this is not a compulsory as such. So this might be there, this might not be there, right? So whenever you're declaring the function, how you declare that? Something like this. So if you gonna have one user defined function in a program, so that function has to be declared first. So declaration part, how we doing it? It means we're gonna say what will be return type of that particular function. Return type means after function is executed, what return we expect from that particular function. Obviously this function will be called by let us say main function. Okay, there will be one function that will be called by main function. So when main function will call to the particular function, so when that function will do some task, what return it will be giving it to the main function. So that's what we can define with the help of this return type here. What return is expected once this function will be executed. So that's what return type will be here, right? Then name of function. So obviously we're gonna assign some name to the function, so that will be here. Then argument. What is the meaning of argument? As I told that whenever we are calling the function, we may pass some data with it. During function call we can pass some data, so that will be passed as an argument here, right? So this is what declaration syntax of this. Now obviously if I say function definition syntax, function definition syntax, now how it will be? See, obviously this is what I will use while declaring the function, right? So declaration is what we do, like we include the header files. So outside the function we do that, right? Declaration जे असतं फंक्शनचं आपण ते कुठे करतो? कुठल्याही फंक्शनच्या आतमध्ये नाही, तर फंक्शनच्या बाहेर असतं हे डिक्लेरेशन. लाईक वी इन्क्लूड द हेडर फाईल, राईट? Now function definition. So function definition means what? Defining actually what that function should be doing, right? So what could be syntax of this? Again, same thing I will take here. Right, so obviously there is no semicolon here. Now the way we write the main, how we write the main function? We write void main, then parenthesis, then open curly bracket, statements inside this. So whatever the statements are there, they are nothing but the part of main function. So like that we have to define now function, right? So obviously whatever thing that we expect this function should be doing when this will be get called, so that has to be defined now. Whenever one function will be calling to other functions, so whatever functionality expected from that particular function is, that has to be defined, right? So now here open curly bracket, statement 1, say statement 2, say statement 3, like that. We're going to have multiple statements here. It depends on kind of function it is and what type of work it is doing. We're going to get multiple statements in that. Now so final statement could be return again. Okay, let me keep it is over here like this. Okay, return. So this could be kind of a structure of kind of a syntax of function definition. So even if in your program you are defining one particular function, defining means what? Again I'm telling, defining means whatever function that we expect from that particular function, defining that, right? It means this particular function will be, whatever the task that I expect from this function should be doing, as per that task expected, I will write different statement inside the body of this function here. It means whenever this function will be called, this work will be done by this particular function, right? I hope you're understanding this. So this will be the syntax that we need to maintain in the program while defining the function. Okay, so as far as user defined function has been concerned, I told that it has to be declared, and it has to be defined. It has to be declared, it has to be defined, then only we can call that. While for library function, we don't have to declare and define the functions. Those functions are already been declared and defined inside the library files, right? Fine. So these things we already discussed. So please understand the syntax that we're gonna use in our programs. Okay, fine. Now let me go for this particular thing now. Function call prototype. Function call prototypes. While calling the function, it can be called in 4 different ways actually. It can be called in 4 different ways. So let me put those actually. Without return, without argument, without return, without argument. First case. Second, say without return with argument. Then next, say with return without argument. And finally, fourth possible case could be with return with argument. So the function call, whenever we are doing in the program, so that call that we're gonna have in the program, it can be of any of these particular types. Again, we're gonna choose any one this particular type based on our requirement actually. Okay, so we have to understand here. So what is the meaning of without return without argument, without return with argument, with return without argument, with return with argument? What are these? All these four types are actually. Now if you look at your syntax, again, syntax of declaration, and obviously if I want to have a definition that we have, it is as per the declaration that we do actually, remember that. Okay, so just focus on here declaration. So here return type tells what type of return is expected from this particular function, and argument is what here, what you are passing whenever you are calling this particular function, right? So based on these things we're gonna get these four types, right? So without return without argument means what? So return type will be null at that time. Void is what we use normally for that. So if return type is void, this function will not be returning anything, and this part argument we will not be passing at the end. So that's why I mentioned this in the Angular brace. It means there will be nothing inside the parenthesis here. It means I'm not passing any argument. So that can be one case. So I'm just giving you an example. So four possible scenarios are possible during function call. So that has to be declared at the beginning only. Am I passing some argument while calling the function, or do I expect some return type from that particular function? So that has to be defined here. Whether you expect some return type like a int float or something like that. So if you're expecting integer return type, so this return type has to be int. If you don't expecting any return type, it has to be void, right? So again, while calling, are you passing some integer values, are you passing some integer and float values? So that has to be defined here, right? This is the declaration part. Okay, so again you will understand that in depth later on. So these four things we're going to understand with the help of different programs again. Okay, so let me go to the program, so where there will get more exposure actually. Fine. So look at here. So here we'll try to understand. Function declaration sorry, function prototype declaration. What is that? Let us say here without return without argument. Okay, without return without argument. So it means in my program I'll be calling one particular function. That function will not have any argument to be passed while calling, and also when that function will be statements inside the function will be executed, that function don't have to return anything. So that's how it has to be, kind of a that function I have to declare, and kind of a that function has to be called, and like that it will be obviously defined in the program, right? So obviously as I'm gonna declare one user defined function in my program, it has to be declared first. It has to be declared. Now while declaring, what we keep in mind, we must know what return type of that function should be and what will be its argument. So here, as we know that there won't be any return type and won't be any argument. So how we declare that? See, to say without return, we write what keyword? Void. Void means what? Don't return anything. Just execute that function, come back normally. Don't bring anything back. That's what void says. We'll again understand what that meaning is exactly when we understand the execution of this particular program. Okay, so let me write here dkte and bracket semicolon. This is one statement now. This is what statement? Statement of declaring dkte function with prototype. What is that? This one. Without return, without argument, right? Because without return, why we say like that? Because void is there here. Void, don't return anything, right? Then in the parenthesis here, I'm not asking anything to be passed. Actually it's a blank. It means without argument, right? So see now, see, the first part that we did here is function declaration. So this is one of the user defined function that I have declared in my program, right? So see what I'm doing. This is start of main, this is end of main. Outside main, actually I'm defining it. Again, define function definition, you can do it before main or after main, you can do it anywhere actually. Fine. So see what I'm doing. As per declaration that I did, I'll be defining it. Void dkte. So I'm defining it now. See, defining means what? Whatever we expect from that particular function, we should write the statement inside the curly brackets. So I'm defining it now. So suppose I expect a dkte function. Suppose I expect a dkte function should be printing on the console. Let's say a welcome to dkte, for example. So that's what the function that I expect from dkte function, right? So for that I have to define that here, right? So what I expect, it should be printing on the console welcome to dkte, welcome to dkte. That's all. So this is what the statement I'm writing inside the dkte function. So whenever dkte function will be called, what dkte will do? Dkte function will be printing on the console simply welcome to dkte, right? So here the function of dkte function is what? Simply printing one text, that is welcome to dkte. That's all. So if I want to get this job done from dkte, what I will do? I will call this particular dkte function, right? Fine. Now look at here. Obviously this has to be called. This has to be called, then only this will be executed. So function can be called inside any other function. Function can be called inside any other function. So it means here void dkte, or not, sorry. So here I have to write the name of it, dkte. Now see here what I'm doing. See, writing the name of any other function while being in one particular function, it means we are calling that particular function. So इथं आपण काय केलंय, मेन फंक्शनच्या बॉडीमध्ये आपण dkte फंक्शनचं नाव लिहितोय. म्हणजे थोडक्यात काय केलं आपण इथं, तर काय होणार ॲक्च्युली इथं, तर मेन फंक्शन डीकेडी फंक्शनला कॉल करणार आहे. डीकेडी फंक्शनला कॉल करणार आहे. सो लेट मी राईट हिअर printf say before डीकेडी function calling, say backslash and escape sequence is what I'll put there. So obviously before I will call DKT function, what will be happen first? This text will be printed on the console before DKT function calling, right? So after this what will happen? DKT function will get called. Now see, while calling we are not passing any argument. That's why it's like a without argument. And see, we are called it, so we haven't assigned its value to anything actually here. We simply calling it. We have not assigned the function value to any other variables or like that. It's because it has got return type as void. Simply call this. See, void meaning is what actually? Main will call DKD function. So go there, do the job, come back normally to main function. Don't bring anything while coming back to the main function. Whatever work that you did in DKD, it don't have to bring any reference while coming back to the main function again. So that's what the meaning of void is. Void meaning is what again? Here DKD type, type is void. What is the meaning of it? That main will call to DKD, and upon calling, DKD function will do its task and control will go back to main again. But when control goes back to main, I don't have to pass, or DKD don't have to pass anything to the main function. मेन डीकेडीला कॉल केला, मग डीकेडीनं काम केला, पण परत येताना तो मेनला परत काय नाही देत नाही येतो ॲक्च्युली. का देत नाही? कारण रिटर्न टाईप काय याचं? व्हॉइड आहे. रिटर्न टाईप काय आहे? व्हॉइड आहे म्हणून, राईट? सो अंडरस्टँड दॅट, राईट? अगेन आय विल से, I'll take this statement here again. So let me say after DKD function calling. So I hope you can guess now. So function 1.c. I hope you'll be understanding now what could be the output now with this particular for this particular program. First thing, please note that what thing we have did here. We have declared one function with particular return type and argument. So return type is void, means what? This function will not return anything, right? And this parenthesis is blank, means what? It will not be carrying any argument, right? And the name of this function is what? DKTE. This is function declaration. So function declaring means what we declare there, what type of return type will be there of that particular function, and what type of argument it will be passing. Okay, then here what we did, so let me write as a comment here, function calling, or let me write like this, main function calls DKD function. Main function calls DKD function, right? So main will be calling DKD, so control will go to what now? Now main function work will be halted, control will go to DKD function. म्हणजे इथलं काम, मेनचं काम थांबलं जाणार, तर DKDकडे येणार, इथलं काम करायला चालू करणार. इथलं काम करणं म्हणजे काय आहे? printf welcome to DKD. So हे प्रिंट करणार, परत ते कुठे जाणार? So again it will, as I told that, it will do the work that has been there inside the DKD function. Again, once it is completed, it will go back to what? It will go back to what? Main function. Actually, where it will go? Wherever the next statement is there after the function call, right? So DKD is called over here. What is next statement? This one. So when I will come back from DKD to main, where I'll be coming back actually? This printf statement here, right? So please understand this, right? So if I execute this, what I expect as an output, so let me write here what this is. Function definition. So user defined function has to be declared and defined, then only we can call it. While if you look at printf here, see printf is what? Have we declared it in the program? Have we defined it in the program? No. We simply calling it, we simply calling here, and we are passing some argument. So argument is what here? Whatever we want to print on the console is the argument that we pass to the printf. So that printf function will take that, will print on the console, right? So that part is we are not writing the program here, so that part is already been written, right? So that's why, so to to take care about these things, what we doing, we are including the header file. So if you remember, we already made the discussion on this when we have started working on the C programming, right? So I hope you got now. For user defined function, it has to be declared, it has to be defined, then only we can call it, right? Again, in that we seen one of the type of prototype declaration part, which can be again in 4 different types are there. So in that, without return, without argument, it means for this function will not be returning anything and will not be passing any argument while calling, right? So if I run this program, so what we expect, say output, I'll compile it. So I hope the output should be what? Before dkt function calling will be printed, then dkt has called. So as per dkt function, what is that? Welcome to dkt will be printed, and after that again I'll come back to main function, that is this statement here. What will be printed? After dkt function calling. So 3 statements will be printed: before dkt, welcome to dkt, after dkt function calling, right? So let's check that whether we get like that. So look at here, right? So initially what happens? So we'll go inside the main. So you know that whenever you run the program execution start with the execution of main function, right? Now here first statement is what? Printf before dkt function call, right? So see here, before dkt function call is what is been printed, right? Next, what do you see? Dkt function has been called. So what will happen now? It will come at the dkt function, do the job over here. What is that? Print welcome to dkt. That's what you find here, welcome to dkt. Then what you find there? Again, once the job over here is over, go back to main function, again do the job over there. What is that? Printf after dkt function calling. That's what you find here, after dkt function calling, right? So this is what the output that we have got. Let me take this and paste here as a comment. Okay, so this is what all about the function call, function return type, function declaration, function calling, function defining. And again, in that I have discussed about the one particular function prototype declaration, that is without return, without argument. Okay, once we have all the 4, the picture will be clear to you entirely, what how this has got the importance and all that. Okay, fine. Let me again tell you finally, without return, why we say like that? Because function will be executed, when coming back to the main function, it will not be bringing anything to the main function. So that's why return type has to be void. Void means don't return anything, right? So that's what without return is. Without argument means what? When we are calling function, when we are calling the function, we are not passing anything from main to the called function. आपण मेन ना dkt ला कॉल केला, पण कॉल करताना काय पाठवतोय का, काय सेंड करणारा काय इथं नाही. इट विल नॉट बी पासिंग एनी thing from main to dkt. That's why argument is null here. So that is without return, without argument, right? So fine, again you will understand this more again when when we'll see the next category in this, right? So fine, so okay, fine, go to the next and try to understand there. So let me now say fine, without return. Okay, let me go for this with return without argument, with return without argument. Okay, see, so now obviously I'm going to use printf and scan in my program, so that's why stdio.h will come. Now I'll be having one user defined function in my program, and the type of that should be like this, with return. Suppose I expect that function should be returning integer. See now what I'm writing here, int. Suppose I'm giving the name of that function as add without argument, so this bracket will be like this, there will not be anything in this. So this declaration is what? With return, because see, I'm not writing here void. If I could write here void means what? Don't return anything. But now I'm asking that function to return some integer value. That's why return type I'm writing here as int. So if you are, if you want the function that you are defining in the program should be returning some integer, then the return type of that should be int, right? And obviously if you are not passing anything while calling, so obviously you can indicate that with this declaration. Don't write anything inside the parenthesis, it means without argument. Fine, so let me write that void main. Fine, so let me say int c. Now see what I'm doing, very interesting to understand. C equal to add. See what is been done. See, let me write like this first. So understand this, what I did here, main function मध्ये add चं नाव लिहिलं, म्हणजे काय केलं, what we did here, say main function, or let me say add function will be called by main function. Add function will be called by main function, right? मेन फंक्शन ॲडला कॉल करतोय. आता ॲडनं त्याचं काम केला, काम करून परत येताना काय करणार आहे तो, सी द रिटर्न टाइप इज नॉट अ void. It means what? It is going to return something now. This will be when this function will be called, when this function will be executed, this will be returning something to the main again, right? And what that return type is? What that return type is? Int. So when this function will be executed, this function will be returning some integer value, that has to be stored inside this function. So that's why I declared here one variable that is of type integer. So it means what I should do, I should assign this function value to that declared variable. It means this function, whenever it will be called, this function will be executed, it will bring some integer value with it, and that value will be assigned to C. Now if you look at in this previous program, we have not assigned to any variable, right, this particular function. Why? Because this function is not going to return anything. It has got the type of void. So that's why we don't need to assign this particular function to any variable. But if you look at here, we're assigning it to the one particular variable, this particular function value. First of all, we're assigning because this function is going to bring some value. What type of value? Integer value, because return type is integer. So that's why this function value need to be assigned to the variable of type what? Integer. Right? Understand this difference. First difference. Again, while calling, again while calling, we are not passing anything here. See, argument is no. Right? So that's why without argument. Simply call it. So it will do some work. Will send back some value. हे फंक्शन मेन फंक्शन ॲडला कॉल करणार, ॲड फंक्शन काम करणार तिथं आणि परत ते काहीतरी व्हॅल्यू मेनला प्रोव्हाइड करणार. ती आलेली व्हॅल्यू कुठं स्टोअर होणार? सीमध्ये स्टोअर होणार. बरोबर आहे? फाईन. सो व्हॉट आय विल डू हिअर? printf. So obviously what I am going to do, I am going to do some addition, and that addition task has been done by add function, right? And C will get some value, addition value. So addition is, say addition equal to, I'll print it like this, %d, whose value I want to print? C's value, comma C. See, we are not doing any addition work actually inside the main function. For doing addition, what we did, we called one function which is responsible for doing addition and bringing back the result. Right? So that function will be responsible for doing addition and all that. Right? So that function has to be defined in that particular way. Now we'll be doing that. See? Now I'm defining it, the function. Int means what? Return type will be int. Name is what? Add. There is no any argument it has got. Open curly bracket, close curly bracket. Here we need to define some task, right? So say int a equal to say some 10, say b equal to some 20. So if I, so let me say again, say add, no, let me go for other name here actually, say sum. So I'll say sum equal to a plus b. So it means what? Now here sum will get some value, that is addition of a and b variables, right? Now answer is there inside what? Sum variable, right? This answer has to be passed on to main function. This answer has to be passed on to main function. See, now the return type is int, means what? This will be returning some integer, and how we achieve that? With the help of return statement. See, return. What to return? Sum. What is sum here? Variable. What type of variable? Integer variable. What sum has got in that? Addition of a and b. So sum variable value is what we are returning, right? Sum variable value. So when this function will be executed, what it will be returning back to that particular called function? Value of some variable. Value of some variable. It means here this add function call will be bringing what? Add function call will be bringing what? Value of some variable, and that will be stored in what? C variable, and that's what will be printed. So obviously sum has got answer of what? Addition of a and b. So obviously what will be printed here is what? Addition of a and b in the main function. So addition work actually have, where we are doing it? Inside the add function. So which simply called in the, what we did in main, we called that function. So that function will do the addition, will give back result to what? Main. So I've collected that result in the C variable, and I'm just printing that, right? So just understand this. So function 2.c, right? So if I compile this, so let me write again here, function definition with return type int. That's why there's a return statement. So if return type is void, we don't have to write return actually, right? So now see, we have compiled it, then execute. See what it has printed. Addition equal to 30. Here the program, the addition and all that is not important. What is important to understand is the function prototype declaration that we have got, right? So output right. So here what happened, we have declared function of such type which will have integer return type. It means what, whenever you call this function it will be returning integer, and during call we are not passing anything, right? So look at here, as it is being returning something, it has to be assigned to some variable. That's what I did here. And while calling we are not passing anything, that's why it is a blank. So this is return type is integer, and argument is nothing here, with return, without argument, right? So when I call this will do some its own work, will bring some value. So what is work actually? Doing addition. And what is bringing back? Addition answer. So that is defined over here, right? So two variables are taken for two values, and those variables are added, answer collected in some variable, and value of some variable will be returned. So this function value is what actually? Value of some variable that is assigned to C, and that's what we printed here, right? This is with return, without argument. I hope you understood this particular part here, right? I hope you're getting this. Okay, so fine. Okay, so let me take these programs and put in our notes. So here we have without return, without argument one. Then next one that we have seen this one. This is with return, without argument, right? So fine, just work upon these programs, just try to understand these meaning. Program logic is not important here. We have taken some random examples here. So what is the meaning of with return, without argument, without return, without argument, and how we are, so based on that, how we declare that, how we define that, and how we call that. So those things have to understand here. Okay, so I think these two have discussed, I guess. Without return, without argument, and with return, without argument. Yes, this one, yes, we have seen. So fine, so in next turn we'll go for this remaining two. Okay, so that's it for today's lecture here.